Phosphor Dot fans, Earl at thelogbook.com, back on the Atari 2600 to do battle with Communist Mutants From Space. Now, this isn't just any 2600 game, because this is a StarPath Supercharger game. The Supercharger being an add-on accessory that you plugged into the cartridge slot. It had a cord that ran to a headphone jack connection, which you would plug into a cassette player, and StarPath's software came on cassette. It was basically encoded as audio. You would put the tape in, press play, and it would ingest the program through that headphone cable, basically an audio cable, to the thing that was plugged into the cartridge slot, the Supercharger, and that would ingest the program into the Atari 2600. It was an interesting idea, actually, to kind of bypass the whole ecosystem of having to manufacture circuit boards and cartridges in favor of a much cheaper medium, the cassette tape, which already existed. You could buy them in bulk and have them mass reproduced. I'm almost surprised that the Supercharger didn't take off more than it did. Except that it was just already decided, more or less, that the 2600's form factor was built around cartridges. So the StarPath Supercharger was kind of I believe Arthur C. Clarke would have called it an evolutionary cul-de-sac. These, presumably, are the aforementioned communist mutants. Why they are communist mutants, I have no idea. As long as the mothership is up there cranking out new communist mutants, you've got a problem. You've got lots of problems. I believe the development name for this was Galactic Egg. That would almost make more sense, given you have this mothership constantly laying little square eggs. Okay, well, we've eliminated the mothership, so we've seized the means of reproduction. So now we have only the new ones hatching. And then we have to clear the level. Now there's a new mothership. Sending new space commies after us. I have no idea what drove the decision to retitle this. Galactic Egg really seems to make a lot more sense. Ah, there we go. I was really making an effort to take out that mothership. Alright, now on to wave 3. Oop, they got me. extra life there, which I just squandered miserably. There. I can't believe I've gotten this far in this game. This is basically the first time I've ever played it. Hey, sometimes I accidentally dip one toe into something that could be mistaken for the zone. Alright, well there you have Communist Mutants from Space. Believe it or not, there was a TV advertising campaign just for this game. In hindsight, I have no idea why they went weirdly political, weirdly current events, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this was the Reagan era after all. But there's nothing in the game that really makes sense for these to be space commies. I mean, this isn't like in the 50s, there was a TV show called I Led 3 Lives. It was a major national hit, although most of it was made-up BS, but supposedly it was the true story of an FBI informant who had infiltrated the Communist Party. And it was like a weekly TV PR piece for the Red Scare. You know, hey, root out the commie sympathizers. It'll be great. It'll be fun. Look how much fun this guy on TV is having. There's nothing here that's really has anything to do with it ideologically. It's just cultural bandwagon jumping. And it makes no sense. But it's a decent little game. I will admit that I don't think I had ever fired it up before today, because the name was off-putting. It's like, why do I want to play this? This sounds like a PR piece for the Reagan era, and it just, in hindsight, it makes zero sense. But maybe it's decisions like that kept the Starpath Supercharger from catching on. You put software out there with titles like that, and people are like, okay, space commies, but why?